Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Linderman and this is my YouTube channel, Jennifer Linderman Art. Thank you so much for watching. I am a mixed media artist living in Oakland, California with my lovely family and my 2 cats and my leopard gecko. So today we are going to be putting together, painting and drawing bugs or insects, and they are all a whole bunch of different colors. I have a wide array of watercolors and some acrylic markers, and also I'm going to be using some oil pastels. So we're going to put all of those together and create a super duper cute insect pattern that is fun for adults and children alike. So go ahead and grab some paper, grab some watercolors, grab a jar of water, you're going to need that, and grab your imagination, and then let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to the mixed media insects lesson. This here is what I put together last night. This was actually just a practice run. I was just trying to see if I thought it would look, cute, or if other people would be interested in it, and the response was pretty good on my Instagram, so I decided to put it together as a lesson for you all. So how I initially started with this guy was I took my Pinterest, I took a look at my Pinterest and started, I started a new board called Insects, and then I just went through and started adding all of these, like really cool looking different bugs so that I could kind of get an idea of patterns and colors and that kind of thing to help me, sort of put together certain shapes that I was liking. And there are so many really fun, colorful insects. So I suggest you guys, for inspiration, start looking there. Maybe make yourself a little, inspiration board and have fun. So we are going to get started on making our bug bodies. So basically, I have all of these different watercolors. So these are my neon watercolors. I can't remember where I got them. I think I just ordered them on Amazon. I looked up neon watercolors and then this set came up. There's no like brand name. Oh, actually I think there is. It's on the back. I can't really read it. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. So that's that guy. These are some glitter watercolors that I have. These are super fun, and it's this praying glitter, and they're washable. They're meant for kids, but anybody can use them, of course. Then I have a couple of these different sets of watercolors, and this brand is Fine Tech, and these are the iridescent watercolors. I have another set over here that are pearlescent, and these are really yummy and juicy. And I have been having lots of fun using all of these different watercolor sets. So that is basically what I have set up to use with watercolors. And these I was talking about were the Craypaw oil pastels, and they're made by Sakura. And these are really fun. These are going to be put on top of our bug bodies once those are done and dried. And then these are some other really fun Sennelier. These are like oil pastels also, but these are iridescent. So those are super fun to use as well. And then last but not least, I have these Posca pens, and they are acrylic markers, basically like paint markers, and they're waterproof once they dry. And this is a small set, and I actually just ordered a bigger set because I had so much fun with these, adding details onto the bugs that I'm going to go ahead and add to my collection, which is what I tend to do. So to start, basically all we're going to do here is just get your brush in some water. So I have like this jar of water, and I'm just going to put my brush in there. And then I'm going to start with just laying down some color. This is what I like, this little tray here with the paper towels. I like to kind of just wet or damp, you know, what am I trying to say? I am trying to say I'm wiping off any excess water there. So to start, I think I will start with this pink color, because that is my all-time favorite color. And then it's just basically random. You're just gonna make a couple little like swipes just to kind of get, you know, a little shape. Again, it's not perfect. We don't want it to be like so perfect, because then, you know, it'll look too put together. And so that's basically the head and the body. It's very simple, like two little, you know, shapes, right? So then I'm gonna rinse off my brush and try to find another bug color. So now I'm gonna use maybe this like yellow, right? And then the next one could be like maybe really small, like fat. Again, it's just, sometimes I use the side of my brush. If you'll notice, this is a flat brush, and you can just come around like this. You can leave a little space if you want, and then give them a cute little head. So there you go. Now what I actually like to do, maybe I'll add one more color. I'm going to go into my like blue glitter watercolors, and those guys are actually, they're really, it's really thick actually. I don't know if you can see so well, but I think what I'm going to do is do like a really long, sort of like a long, skinnier kind of look here. And you can either close it up at the bottom there or leave it open. Okay, there's another little head. So now what I like to do, I actually like these little bloom shapes. If you can see them in there, that doesn't bother me. It's kind of what I intend to do. So then what I'll actually do is, while they're still a little bit wet, I'm gonna dump into some of this maybe orange color, and I'm just gonna dab into some of the other bug shapes, right? And I'm gonna do the same. You just have fun adding different colors to your bug shapes. And then once they dry, they are gonna look so cool. So let's see, I'm gonna jump into, I have this like gold color in the glitter. Make maybe like a really big one. That's the cool thing about bugs. They already come in different shapes and sizes, and you want to make sure that you don't end up putting like all the same size bug shapes in there, because I mean you could, but I kind of like to mix them up. I don't like to say that you can't do this or that, because, you know, art just kind of leads you most of the time. So look, so I have this, like, this is what the glitter looks like. It's pretty cool. You can see how the chemistry here of the watercolors together, it looks so cool, I think. And then you can even, while that's, those two colors are together, you could actually just take, I just dipped my brush in just plain water and then went like that. If I go like that, you can see there's some other cool shapes that happen. I could probably just do that with this guy and really get, and while that is just plain water, you could bring in another color. I'm going to use this orange and just dab it in there. And you can really see it swimming in there. That's the fun thing about watercolors. It's like they're like alive. Watch it dance on the, you can see it really dance on the paper. Okay, so then I'm trying to just, you know, I'm taking a look at, thinking of my composition. I'm thinking about the different colors here, you know, trying to mix it up a little bit. Maybe there's one that has a more like sharper end. Like the bottom down here is a little bit sharp, right? And then give them a little head. There we go. And then while that's sort of drying a little bit, I'll come back to that and add some other cool things. So then I'm thinking about the colors I already have here and what I don't. I'm gonna do this like purple color. And then maybe bring this one up a little bit higher. Right? And maybe that one will be more like that shape. It's kind of cool. You can kind of just sort of like come up with your own. That one probably has a little too much. I'm just gonna sort of pull it up a little bit there with the brush. Okay, we have a good start here. Now I'm going to add in some of my iridescent colors. I'm gonna put that into the green. I just love doing this. I could probably do this all day long. So fun. And then I'll just do like another little yellow, another little head shape. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Now I have another like red color. I'm trying to think about like where the different things are positioned. I mean, if you're just plain, it's not a big deal, right? But if you're gonna try to make this into something, then just try to pay attention to the positioning of everything. I mean, like right now, everything looks pretty kind of symmetrical. I'm gonna try to break that up a little bit. Let's see. Next thing is I'm gonna do a little bit of this orange maybe, right? So basically you're just gonna keep on adding new like little, you know, bug shapes here. And then decide what colors you want to, you know, add into them while they're still a little bit wet. and just sort of let it mix together naturally, which is the fun thing about watercolor. And then even here I can add some more. And then I just try to think about the surrounding colors and try to pull in some of the colors that are a little bit, you know, far away, so that the eye kind of moves around your composition. So basically this is how you want to attack your like bug stains, and just keep filling in the page. They don't have to be, you know, for some reason I have them all in the same position. They could be, you know, slanted, coming off the page. Just fill your whole page with these like little bug bodies and let it dry really well, because the next step is where we're going to add some of the fun details. So I went ahead and put together a sheet of these different bug shapes, which in and of itself is actually pretty cool. I really like the way that this looks. Could be a really cool background. So what I'm gonna do now is sort of put the watercolors to the side, and I'm going to work on adding some details with my Posca pens. So I'm just gonna dump those out right there, and then, you know, since I already like did these guys before, I can, you know, have these available as inspiration, or just, you know, try to come up with your own. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start adding shapes. So you can like do something like this, and then something like this for the wing. And then you could think about adding in different patterns. So like maybe there's a couple stripes here, and then some little dots down here. And then from here you can think about what kind of antenna they're gonna have. So this is kind of what I'm starting adding onto my bugs, little details here. And then you can give them cute little legs. You can add in little round parts on the end there. I kind of actually like the short little legs on that guy, so I think I'm just gonna leave that. And then once that guy dries, I'll come back in and add some of the other things like the oil pastels and stuff like I was talking about. So next here is going to be another little wing division and his head. Right, and then this guy might just have some lines like that, right? And then he might have short antenna. And he might have longer legs. Right? So then that is how that bug is coming along. So then you can just keep on keeping on. I mean, I actually really like the black. I think I'm probably going to fill in all of these guys with some sort of black. Just like the way it looks graphically. And then you could maybe just do some random spots. Right? And then again with the antenna. Like that. So we are starting to create our army of bugs. These guys kind of remind me of the video game Galaga, if any of you guys are old enough to remember the way they're all lined up. It's kind of funny. Okay, I'm just going to fill in this top row, I guess, and then I'm going to add some other details to the other bugs so you can kind of see how I am trying to put these guys together. Maybe that guy has these long antennae. Okay, on this guy over here, I do the same thing. Black head, little wing division there. And then I'm going to, maybe he will have random spots all over like this. I really like pink and black. Okay, so far this is what I have going. I think they're looking pretty cute right now. Okay, and then this guy's a little bit shorter, right? And then you could, if you want to sort of, you know, mimic like a little wing opening at the bottom, you can just put that little mark right there. It darkens it up to make it seem like that's the body down there. And then I would just go through and start adding some more lines. You can do whatever you want. Bugs are really fun. And that guy can have really long antenna. Okay, so I'm not gonna spend the whole time here filling in, you know, the entire sheet here, but I just wanted to sort of show you how I would put these guys together initially with some, you know, details. You can certainly use like different colors, like for instance you could use blue for, you know, some of these details instead of the black, or, you know, whatever color you want to use, please go for it. So now what I'm going to do is grab my oil pastels and just start taking some of these guys out and adding in little sort of blocks of color. And these things, I don't know what it is about laying down that color, but it's like the feel of it, I guess, is so satisfying. It's just to die for. Okay, orange, I love orange. You can kind of see how it looks on the top there, right? It's just like just adding like little fun little blobs of color. All right, right, now, let's see, I'll do the same over here. And let's see, this guy, maybe I'll put in some green. Yeah, kind of like, it's just abstract, just to add a little pop, right? Over here on the pink guy, let's see, I will put in some blue maybe. Right, and you could just do like a real light touch just to get some nice fun texture on there. So this is what we're looking at here. Looking pretty cool, I think. So from here, you can just keep adding, you know, some fun colors. Like, let's say now I want to take my acrylic markers back and go through and add some more fun details. So like on this yellow, I might do that, add in some spots, which I love spots. And then the acrylic markers don't go over the oil pastels so well, just because you can imagine if you're like trying to put a marker over, you know, like wet paint, it just doesn't work. And these oil pastels take a long time to dry also, so, and they get on your fingers too, so just be careful. You might want to, as you're adding in some details, like start at either, you know, one side and go over, or start at the top and go down, so that you're not, you know, dragging your hand through stuff like the oil pastels mostly, because that stuff will just rub off on your fingers and then you will be stuck with it. So yeah, I'm just going to go through here and see what I can add. I'm going to add some of these little ends to the antenna, which I think looks really cute. You could think about just adding in some more different shapes and stuff with the markers. Again, go back to using your inspiration photos from wherever you get inspiration from. I personally love Pinterest. They have everything I could possibly want as far as bug pictures are concerned. And yeah, that's basically how I will probably start to fill in the whole rest of the page. Now, for me, having all of this extra white space is kind of bothers me a little bit. So what I did on my other sheet was I filled it in with like kind of like these abstract leaf shapes, which I actually liked quite a bit. So that is what I will do here. And with these you can actually, you know, make these come in different positions so that it sort of breaks up the monotony of everything in the same direction. So I'm just going through and adding in these fun little leaf shapes there. And then I'm gonna, you know, some of them are gonna be coming off the page, which is a nice little effect, right? And I'm just going to go through and add them everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but just in certain places that seem to just be really too open, I guess. I'm just trying to fill those in, and then try to think about your shapes of your leaves too. You can make some big, some small. Yeah, and then I'm just going to go through and do that throughout the whole thing once I'm done. So you can kind of see how cute that is looking, right? So imagine if your whole page, when you're finished, it should look something like this. And just go crazy. Add whatever fun colors and patterns that you want. You could even maybe, I might even actually do little circles like this. I don't know. I love polka dots, so I guess, I don't know. That's probably why I want to put it in there. But that could be like really cute too. Just sort of like random, these like little red dots. Maybe they're like little berries or something. And then I think that might look really cool. Right? Yeah, I think I am going to do that. Okay, so I am going to just stop here so that this video doesn't get too long. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new. And it would be really fun if I could see what you guys created. I do have an Instagram account. You can find me at Jennifer Linderman Art, just like the name of my YouTube channel. That would be awesome if you guys could follow me there. And it would also be awesome if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel here. So thank you for watching and stay safe.